This entire AI consultant report was generated automatically, just moments after a potential client filled out this simple form. And this is my exact system for building apps with zero code. And I'm going to give you the entire blueprint on this video. And if you stick around, I'll even show you where to find clients that want systems, processes, and applications automated. And you're going to use this simple lead form to find these clients. This system has two parts. First, a beautiful front-end website built with a platform called Lovable.dev, which lets you create apps just by describing them. Second, a powerful AI brain built with n8n that does all the actual thinking, writing, and emailing for us. And the best part, you don't even need to write a single line of code. We're going from a blank screen to a fully functional AI lead magnet. And I'll build this in less than 10 minutes. Let's go. Okay, here we are inside Lovable.dev. Instead of a long tour, let's just build. I'm going to paste in a single prompt to describe what I want. I need one page glossy blue landing page for my AI automation brand, the Automation Kings. The goal, capture leads for free automation strategy call and send their info to a webhook. That's literally all I'm doing. I've given it a page structure, form sections. So once the user submits their details, I want to pass these 4 variables over to n8n. And I'm going to do that using something called a webhook. The call to action is book my free call. And then this is the webhook instruction. It's going to send a payload, which is JSON. And then we have a thank you screen. And this is what the user will see. The most important thing here is that this is a lead magnet, but it's completely automated. So once they submit, they're going to get a personalized guide that will arrive in their inbox within the next 3 to 5 minutes. And it tells them what we're going to do. And I've also given it some design guidelines. And you can see here, this is what the website actually looks like. And it's pretty good. And I'll even show you how you can get these design elements, like these dynamic assets, and where you can find them from. And so I've given it a final experience of what I wanted to do. And my goal was to obviously capture leads, but I wanted it to be interesting. I wanted it to be an exciting experience for my prospects, because most of what I see online is quite boring. And after a few minutes, Lovable generated this. And if you want dynamic elements like the cursor and these shapes in the background, head over to a website called 21st.dev. Here you're going to see a bunch of dynamic assets. So this is the dynamic cursor, and all you have to do is just copy the prompt and then paste it inside of Lovable. It's as simple as that. And honestly, I could spend even more time on this. I can change the color of the headers, I can add gradients, I can do so much more. But I wanted to show you what's possible in less than 10 minutes. The great thing is you don't need to be a coder. If there are mistakes, you just tell it in the chat to fix those problems. And you can actually edit individual sections of the form. So if you're not happy with, say, the header here, you select this and then you just respond in the chat field. Okay, so the website looks amazing, but a pretty website is useless if it can't do anything. Right now, if a user clicks on book my free call, nothing happens. The data doesn't go anywhere. We need to connect this front end to our AI brain inside n8n. And we do that with a special link called a webhook. The webhook gives us a unique URL. And for this example, I've just called it landing page. And then what you do is you copy this, go back into Lovable.dev and then paste it in the chat. And what we're telling Lovable is that once the user submits this book my free call button, we want to send the data back to this webhook as a post method. And we're sending 4 things in the payload: the first name, the last name, the email address, and what they would like to automate, or the prompt. Once it's done, the n8n workflow is now listening to the app. And when the user submits the call to action button, you'll see an output like this. So I gave it my name, my email address, and then a basic automation request. So we've captured the data and the hard part is over. Now that we have the client's problem, we need our AI to actually solve it. And for this, I'll use a simple 2-agent system. The first agent is the expert AI consultant. Its job is to read the problem and write a detailed, valuable implementation roadmap. Agent 2 is the HTML expert. It takes the consultant's raw text and formats it into a beautiful, professional email. Inside the AI consultant, we have 2 prompts. The first is we need the automation request. So basically the client's problem. And then with that, we need a system message, which is the second prompt. And so here I've just told it that you are an automation expert. Your mission is to analyze any manual, repetitive, or inefficient business process and convert it into a clear data-driven automation roadmap. I've given it some guidelines, some core tasks, how to design the automation roadmap, and what the output should be. I've given it a workflow analysis and a recommendation of what I'd like it to see on that automation report. I've given it some costs, a tool stack, and a return on investment analysis. And this stuff is gold when you're talking to prospects because they love the detail. And then I've given it some final recommendations. And then as a sign off, if they want to close and move on to the next step, I've added a link to my Calendly. So then they can book an appointment where I can just basically close. Once it runs, you'll have an output that looks like this. But it's not really formatted and it doesn't look professional, which is why I've added a HTML agent. Again, it's got 2 prompts. And the first input is going to be the AI consultant's output. And then for the system message, I've just said it that you're an AI automation agent that transforms structured report data into a professional, client-ready HTML report suitable for email or PDF exports. I've given some core guidelines, some required HTML templates. And this is just basically what I want the report to look like. Some font size, colors, H1, H2, margins, sections, table width and length, and color styles. And I've also given it an output behavior. Now, the most important thing here is to make sure that it's optimized for the app or the platform that you're using. And so for this example, I'm using Gmail. So this is very optimized for Gmail. And then when it runs, you'll see an output like this. This is very optimized for HTML, specifically in Gmail. And then once the report is optimized and it looks professional, it then gets sent off to a Gmail node, which then creates this email. It's got a job title, an executive summary, a workflow analysis, an automation roadmap, including costs, tech stack, and monthly ROI. It's also got return on investment analysis. And this is based off obviously whatever inputs they put into my input form. Payback period, efficiency efficiency gains, and my final recommendations. And then here you can see at the bottom, if they'd like to take the next step and explore this together, they can book a call here, and obviously I jump on a call. And you're probably thinking, are clients or prospects looking for solutions like this? Do they have an automation problem that they want solving? And the answer is yes. Let me show you. I'm on Upwork.com and I did a search for CRM automation because that was one of the first automations that I ever did for my AI agency. And the demand is huge because there's a lot of inefficiencies when working with CRMs. Now this client's in Germany and they want a CRM organization and automation specialist, right? They spent over $80,000 on Upwork. And if I click inside the job requirements, you can see that they need a skilled professional to help them organize their CRM system and automate follow-up messages to prospects. Again, very simple, quite easy to implement inside of n8n, as well as integrating all their existing tech stacks such as Airtable, HubSpot, and everything else that they might be using. Now it's a fixed price at $350, but honestly, don't worry about that because most of the time, clients, prospects, they don't know how much it's going to cost. This is a very conservative figure. So let's test my automation. I'm going to copy this and then I'm going to test it using their requirement. I click book my free call and then it triggers the n8n automation. And you can see here that the AI consultant is actually creating a personalized response for this prospect's requirements. Once that's done, the HTML agent will then format the output so that it's optimized for Gmail. And then it sends the email. If I look at the execution time, the entire process took less than 40 seconds. And here's the report. This is the CRM automation and optimization strategy report. It's got everything that they requested in the workflow analysis, including the apps that they're using. One of them was Airtable. And it gives them an automation roadmap. So a quick description, the time needed, the cost, the monthly ROI, and the return on investment analysis. This isn't just a response. It positions you as the professional expert that they need to hire. All generated, styled, and delivered automatically. What's the first app you'd build with this system? Let me know down in the comments. And if you want the exact prompts, the n8n workflow, and all the code snippets from this video, so you could build the system yourself, the link is in the description. Click on it, follow the on-screen instructions, and I'll see you on the inside. So there you have it. I went from a simple idea to a professional website and connected it to a custom AI brain. This is the new way of building software. It's no longer about knowing how to code. It's about knowing clearly and describing what you want to create. And if you got value from this video, give me a thumbs up, turn the notifications on, and subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. This will help the channel a ton and help me grow faster. But more importantly, it helps you know when the next video drops because I'm somebody that runs an AI agency and all my videos help you generate more revenue, help you save time. If you're looking for clients, I'll show you how to do that. Or if you just want to have some fun building AI, I've got you covered. Leave your comments below if you have any questions and I'll see you next time.